Live. Hello and welcome everybody to the wonderful world of Hyrule. I'm your hostess, MaskGirl718, and joining me today is Hammerbro. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I am here to give my fellow teammates DJDarkwing and Spyweaver a little bit of a hard time, and hopefully watch a really good race. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping that you are as well.
I am, and we're off. Alright, in Link's house we've got a shield and 20 rupees in the sanctuary chest.
Yep, nothing too terribly of useful import yet. We'll see how similarly these two teams route their beginning routes. So far, it looks like everyone's just doing the typical stuff. We have our runners up top doing the Uncle Start, and the runners down on the bottom looks like they're going to head towards the woods, if nothing else. Might get a quick check of the Lumberjack Cave here.
Yeah, a lot of people do like to do that early, but a lot of other people like to save that till they have boots. Oh, there's the book.
Early book always makes me nervous.
Yeah. Also 20 rupee crab and a bloomerang.
Stun prize being 10 arrows. It's not going to come in handy just yet, but it might help us later.
You never know when you're going to run out of arrows.
Ether tablet, that's hilarious. Or Ether sitting on Lumberjack, that's hilarious.
Oh boy. So Agate is going to be required this seed because it's all dungeons, but we don't know if that medallion's going to be required or not for Meyer or Turtle Rock.
Yeah, that's a good point. And with that, we should probably go a little bit into the specific rules for this one. So this is a co-op. It is info share, so the two on the left are part of the spoiled leftovers team.
Ooh. Hey, flippers.
Yeah, so no fake flippering, but on the flip side there, without the gloves, that does make an early Houlihan room a bit more difficult.
Need boots or glove to pull that off with the flippers, I think.
Yep, meanwhile, Darkwing, not having the flippers, is able to pull off a relatively simple Houlihan room.
Alright. So how that works is you jump in the water 3 times and pick up the bush from the bottom and jump in, or jump in 4 times and go down the hole. And you'll be in the Houlihan room.
Yeah, essentially what that does is it just moves the camera just enough off of center that it messes up where you end up falling. And anytime you fall into a situation where you weren't supposed to fall or go into any of these spots that you're not supposed to, it automatically throws you in that room.
There's the lamp, and I think I saw a shovel on the library. Oh, and a glove and the hook shot.
Yeah,
Stackariko.
Yeah, looking loaded over here.
And apparently we missed a sword somewhere.
That sword was, I want to say, the forest drop down.
Oh, okay. Alright, let's see what Saha's hut has for us. Oh, that's 10 arrows in the chicken hut. Piece of heart. 50 rupees. And another piece of heart.
Alright, so DJ making that check earlier than the other 3, but that's not going to make much of a difference.
Che4mo, you just got bombs. And a blue potion. Okay, that's certainly nice.
That'll also allow us to full check. Oh, wow.
Master Sword.
So how about that Aga play?
Oh. I mean, yeah, it's in logic.
We just need the Moon Pearl somewhere. I mean, actually, technically, we don't even, but the Moon Pearl would make that much more appealing as a play.
Yeah, are we gonna see a second early Aga One-ness today? Oh my goodness. Alright, 10 arrows on the sick kid.
Oh man, this one is going to be interesting so far, especially because it points you to a couple different places, but nowhere that you. Well, so I guess with the glove and the lamp and hookshot, we could do pretty much all of the mountain right now, and it would even be in logic. So that would be an interesting call.
I think I just saw Bombos in the house that we missed. Oh, and we're doing Back of Escape. Oh, hey, Zora money. Okay, that's... or most of it, anyway.
Well, that was a nice full magical decanter drop from that rat.
Oh, Hammer!
Yes, I'm here. What's up?
You're also in the Back of Escape.
Oh, is that where I put that thing?
Did you get lost in the Back of Escape?
I played the 5th.
Alright, So
at this point, ironically enough, we're a moon pearl away from Dark World access. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Oh, I mean, it could still be on the pyramid. Like it was earlier.
You're hanging on to that Aga dream, aren't you?
No, I'm just having flashbacks to a race a few hours ago. Alright, Ice Rod Cave, and also Old Man. Ooh, Fire Rod. That's the wrong rod game.
No, I'm pretty sure that most people would prefer to have that rod early game than the other one.
I just mean that's where the Ice Rod is in vanilla. You know?
Oh yeah, and DJ making early usage of this Fire Rod. Most enemies early on don't take too kindly to being fire rodded, and it looks like even with the flippers around somewhere, DJ is going to be doing some fake flippering here. Not going to be able to get Zora unless Hobo has a bunch of money.
Wasn't flippers in Kakariko?
Mushroom Spot.
Did DJ and Spyweaver not go there? That's a problem. Book?
Could be.
Oh, we saw that earlier.
Yep.
Yeah, that's that could be problematic.
That could be, especially if they think they did. Which that's kind of a weird location to skip.
Well, I mean, flippers are absolutely 100% hard required in no major glitches, all dungeons.
Yes. Actually, I feel like Spyweaver would have to have the flipper since he does have that sword. So unless he somehow... Oh, that was unfortunate. He got cabbaged.
I don't know. Actually, I can probably check. Yes, he has flippers.
That makes sense. Okay, so DJ at this point is going to be following route. Going to go ahead and grab flippers and sword and a whole bunch of other things here in Kakariko. Meanwhile, Spyweaver is going to try not to get cabbaged to death. Mystik's going to give us some new checks in Desert. Meanwhile, Che4mo is running through Paradox Cave. Didn't see anything useful in the two chest portion. I've given up calling them lower or upper just because it's, well, Paradox Cave for a reason. We'll see if the 5 chest area has anything, and if not, oh, we don't have any bombs. Ooh, that is really unfortunate for Che4mo.
There's the big key in Desert, so not necessarily boots locked.
Yeah, we're gonna see in a moment.
Yeah, we're boots locked logically.
Right, logically, but we still could go ahead and either steal a key or clear the dungeon if we want one or the other.
Alright, so, yeah, I mean, they could go to the boss. It's out of logic, though, as is the right side without boots. If either key is on the torch, it's boots locked.
Exactly, because the game will assume that you will do the worst case scenario for whatever it's intending. So if you see a key on the torch for Desert, the boots cannot either be on Landmo or be on the right-hand side. Oh, speaking of the boots, They're up on top of Spec Rock.
Oh, well, okay. We need a mirror for that. Oh, Moon Pearl. That's a Moon Pearl.
I don't think I've ever seen the Moon Pearl there. I'm not going to lie. That's a completely new location for me.
That's amazing. Right next door to its vanilla location.
That is fair. Meanwhile, Spyweaver going to get some new checks in here. We got Quake, a full heart, quarter heart, which ends up being another full heart. 10 arrows, and okay, so other than that Quake medallion, nothing in Paradox Cave. For a lot of chests, that came up fairly empty.
Ooh, missing the...
Yeah, he does that every time.
There. So, if anybody doesn't know, and I think he just did it there, but you can actually do a spin setup to get on the very last pixel before you fall in a pit. And I think that works with every pit.
Maybe
not the ones in Ice Palace. I don't know if it works with ice physics.
It does not work with ice physics, but you are correct in that it works with everything else. It's actually my favorite way to grab the big chest here in Hera, or the big chest in Skull Woods when applicable. You can just spin yourself onto that last pixel, and it's a free bomb jump.
Yep.
Spyweaver's so afraid he dropped a bomb here in Spiral Cave. Mystik gonna want to be careful. Ooh. Down to half a heart.
And also, yeah, Mystik. Ooh, that was a little close for comfort, but it gets him down for 10 arrows. Okay. Okay.
I know
I could have done without the heart attack.
For both ends, right? It was one terrifying boss and another one there with Moldorm just kind of being annoying. But that is that's a sub 12 minute, two bosses down for Team Spoiled leftovers.
Yep. First blood on both of them.
Nice cape sitting over on Hylia Island, meanwhile.
What's with all these mirror-locked items? Also, I don't think he got that key. Also, why did he suddenly pause? Oh, I guess... Never mind.
Oh, that's a relatively early bow there.
Ooh. Very nice.
This seed's really throwing us in a lot of different directions right now.
I mean, maybe it's just a jet seed. By the way, with that Hammer Glove and a Moon Pearl, that's Dark World access.
It is, yeah, so...
Also, no AGA requirement for anything till the end unless that Ether's required.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is the $100 question at this point. Are we going to need Ether for Turtle Rock or for Mire?
They're still going to have to kill AGA 1 either way. Because all dungeons.
Yes, but it's more convenient to do so at the end.
Very true. But at least you're going into the seat knowing that you're going to have to kill AGA 1. Oh, Flute!
Yeah, Flute in Zelda's Cell and Quick Death Warp. Looks like we're going to see the back. Now, DJ did not grab the key off of the guard in the boomerang chest, so he is only going to get a chance at grabbing this first chest.
I mean, are we sure that... I mean, it's possible he did. It just didn't look like it, but he also buffered while he was... I'm not sure if he got the key in a chest or not.
Well, right, but what I'm saying is because he didn't pick up that key, he's not going to get one to get through this door. Like, Dark Cross cannot possibly have a key because he already picked it up.
Did he?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, because he wouldn't have been able to open the door otherwise. I saw him leave the key behind on the blue guard there.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And because I want to say, was it Mystik who checked back of escape? We know there's not a key back there, so. Speaking of, hello, Fire Rod. And
I don't think there was anything there in Hype Cave that I saw anyway.
I did not either, so it seems like Hype Cave is going the route of Paradox Cave and being relatively useless, unfortunately. And this is a bit of a difference here, because Mystik is taking a little bit of time to make sure they have enough money for Zora, which is not something the Spyweaver did. So while Spyweaver has kind of orphaned Zora, especially because there wasn't really anything over there other than a bow that DJ is going to be grabbing later, Zora may or may not get checked for them until quite a bit later if it ends up having something. We don't know if Zora does or not, obviously, but Mystik is going to be in a much easier situation to check Zora.
Well, but if it does have something, Mystik will tell Che4mo.
Yes, but Spyweaver having already checked most of that, unless DJ goes over there, they're not going to know.
Ew, I see.
Mystik, meanwhile, not doing flipper checks, is instead going to go ahead and take out a mini Moldorm cave first, and then probably go do flipper checks afterwards. Che4mo, meanwhile, is running into Pod. Does not have the bow, though. So it'll be interesting to see if this is bow locked, and if it is, will Che4mo decide to burn that blue goo to get a couple of extra checks here? And it is, in fact, bow locked.
Does look like he's continuing, though.
And chat actually pointing out, with Mystik only being a couple of seconds away from grabbing that bow, Che4mo's not going to feel super great about doing the potion glitch. If in fact Che4mo does get to that before Mystik picks up the bow,
I mean, he's gonna get there like right now. Oh, Mystik, please.
Well, I mean, it's a situation where Che4mo's already here. He might decide.
No, Che4mo, no. Get that, no!
I mean, at this point, it's probably worth it. Like, you're already here. You might as well just go clear everything other than the boss. Because this is going to be a double dip for Che4mo anyways.
I mean,
like,
I guess.
I mean, unless there's a bow in the back, in which case, coming back here and knowing there's a bow in the back is really important knowledge. Speaking of really important knowledge, we're going to see if our buddy Zora has anything other than a life lesson for us today.
So, all we've got left is keys in the front, by the way. And just 10 arrows.
Alright, so nothing big in there. We'll see if either Spyweaver or DJ decide to go check that. I imagine.
I guess he doesn't know key logic in here, because with the two items, that first item and then 10 bombs in the right side, then all the rest of these are keys.
Yeah, that's fair. I think even if you do know key logic, it can be really distracting trying to think of stuff like that while you're talking with your teammate, because this is co-op info share. So right now you can't hear it on either side. But on either side of this match, both of our sets of runners are just furiously portraying, just throwing information at each other back and forth. And was the bow here? Yes, it was here. Let's go do this. Do you want me to do this? No, we should do that instead. That sort of thing. So
what was in Agina's cave?
I don't know that Agina's cave has been checked yet, actually.
I mean, DJ was standing right outside it.
Then I completely and totally missed that check. I don't see anything on his screen that would make me think he got it out of Agina's cave, so I'm going to assume nothing terribly useful.
Bombs, thank you.
And shout outs to one of our trackers, Professor Pixie. These guys are doing like double overtime with 4 runners on the screen picking up items. So they're doing a great job pressing the buttons for us and keeping us honest. Because I certainly would not be able to keep track of all this by myself.
Indeed. Alright. Well, let's see what's in the back of Pod.
Yeah, this is where all the goods are usually, and with the lamp in hand, Che4mo shouldn't have too much difficulty here.
And just a small key there. So there will be another small key in these next 3 checks. Because the Dark Maze cannot logically have a key, in the rando anyway. It can't place it there. It's complicated if you get into other stuff, but it's not applicable here.
So judging by the fact that Che4mo did know that and did skip the Harmless Hellway, I'm going to assume that that beginning portion of him dropping a bomb down was either muscle memory or was just a situation where he was thinking about the fact that he didn't have the bow or something similar.
Yep.
It's easy to get distracted during these. I've played quite a few of them.
Oh, there's the big key. I guess that had to be there. Alright, last chance for bow. Oh! It's equally important.
Oh, that's going to be a really interesting grab. I'm also somewhat intrigued. I don't think any of our runners have really done anything in the Dark World yet other than Pod, so.
Oh, no, not really.
Yeah, mostly sticking to Light World stuff.
I mean, it is good to get your Sphere 1s out of the way. There's the flute for Spy.
And DJ pulling off a really nice, if slightly unconventional by position, 1 cycle.
Yep. Though I hope that Mystik and Che4mo end up going to escape because it's kind of one of those things that's easy to forget about. Ooh, red mail. Those boots just taunting us up there.
I know, they're just sitting there like, hey, do you have a mirror? Oh, you don't? That's unfortunate. Che4mo going to be grabbing his fire rod here in just a moment. Meanwhile, Spyweaver probably going to go activate that flute.
It's something different than you're doing.
Sorry, Chad, I thought that had usable audio. My bad.
Oh, were they chatting to each other?
Yeah.
Hopefully you picked the other team and not my team, because my team has been known to get a bit sweary at times.
They didn't say anything bad.
Okay, that's good.
I checked it earlier and it was fine, and then I opened it up and they're talking and it's like, oh, oops. Alright, so let's see. We've got Pendant, Turtle Rock, and 5-6 at Pod, I think I saw.
Yeah, Pod, and I think there was a 5-6 at Mire, and then Green Pendant Swamp, because of course it is.
Alright, so for the tracker's sake, I'm gonna go find out what the pendants and crystals are. Okay, so for the trackers, Eastern Palace and Turtle Rock are the pendants. And then Swamp House is the green pendant. And then Mire and Pod are the 5-6 crystals.
Mystik deciding that he's had enough of these Gibdos. Not surprising.
They do get in the way. Alright. Ooh, missing the hammer jump.
Oh, Harapot.
Yeah. Did I say something else?
You said hammer jump. I was really confused. Like, wait, nobody's in pod.
My brain's still thinking pod, I guess. Alright, gonna check the big chest. And a piece of heart there.
Alright, meanwhile, Mystik headed into the back of Skull Woods. The only new information we're getting so far.
Yep. I think they're fine for the moss fight. Got red mail, got 7 hearts.
Yeah, the lack of oh yeah, I was gonna say, the lack of magic is gonna be really unfortunate, but then that mini Moldorm really pulling through there.
Okay, 6.5 hearts now. Now, don't get 1.0, please. Okay.
So now, Mystik being in the really interesting situation where being hit by Mothula is not as bad as taking a hit from the spikes, because with Red Mail, Mothula only does half a heart of damage, and those spikes do a full heart no matter what you're wearing.
Does he have the blue goo? I think he still has the blue goo, right?
I believe so. The only person who I know who has used a goo is Che4mo for the potion glitch.
Oh, and gets Mothula down. Didn't even need the blue goo. For a heart container. Vanilla heart container.
I was just gonna ask, can we call that vanilla, or do we have to kind of use a different phrase since there's technically, 10 of them floating around?
Something, the randomizer doesn't distinguish between them.
It's a good point. Yeah, the only one that gets special treatment is the Sanctuary Heart, which we know that one was not.
Yep. Sanctuary Heart, of course, giving you a full health refill. Alright, let's see what's here in this chest. Oh, I guess they got both items. Or haven't been to the front.
I don't think they did the front portion. They did the middle portion with the Gibdos, and then obviously have done the back, but I don't think they've done the front 4 or 5 checks.
Also, yep, that's confirmed. Hype Cave was trash.
Yep, Speed just pulling a 20 out of the brewery there, so nothing special in that check. I don't think we've seen those from Mystik yet.
I mean, I saw somebody else go to Hype Cave.
No, I was referring to Village of Outcasts, sorry.
Oh, okay. There's the red ring.
The massively inferior boomerang.
It allows for Ancilla glitches.
I don't care. It still lags. And yep, Spyweaver heading straight into Thieves Town, so this is going to be some new checks for us as well. Early big key, that's always something. We're still, I swear, Skull Woods is just giving us the runaround with these item locations. This is why I hate checking Skull Woods. Like, there's 2 items in here.
There's the other item.
And it can take you 7 minutes to get to them. Goodness gracious.
50 rupees and a heart container in Skullwoods. That's all. And plank on Turtle Rock.
Okay, so that's one of the two we don't have to worry about. It'll be interesting to see if Che4mo grabs, I don't know, Samaria out of these next couple of checks. Is he going to make a beeline and just see if Turtle Rock has something? That's one of the big rando debates. Do you go into Turtle Rock without the ice rod?
Do you go into Turtle Rock without the cane? Are you that good at hovering? Or actually, we don't even have boots, so you can't.
Oh, no. I meant assuming that Che4mo does find a cane in these next 6-7 checks that are going to be up here in the Dark World.
Alright.
Because it is relatively common to find something pertaining to Turtle Rock in either Hookshot Cave or Super Bunny. Now that I've said that, we probably won't see it, but...
Actually, I lie. I think that one thing probably does allow hoverless, Samarialess to live at. That's nature anyway. And banned in no logic. Ice Rod?
Well, I told you. I told you there was going to be something related to Turtle Rock up here. There always is. Not what I anticipated seeing, but, you know, I was technically correct, even though it wasn't what I was going for. They will take that, though, because that does avoid an Ice Rod hunt later, and that is one of the most annoying things to have to search for.
Chet has an honest question. Where was Tempered? Oh, there's Tempered.
I was going to guess Chest Game, because it was the only one of the 3 Village of Outcasts checks that I didn't see. But then Mystik proved me correct, so it just works out.
Tempered, a very nice thing to have.
It really is. It makes Thieves Town a lot easier, in my opinion, since Tempered's going to murder pretty much everything that's in front of you, just in general. Doesn't make a difference in the boss fight itself, but for everything else, just you can breathe a little easier knowing you have a nice red lightsaber.
I'm surprised Che4mo not grabbing the mitts. Che4mo? Wait, he does have the mitts.
Yeah, because...
Mystik. Mystik doesn't have the mitts. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten those.
That is kind of interesting. I think that their strategy seems to be to uncover as much as they can first. So Mystik knows where those mitts are and knows that they can get them at any point along with clearing pod. But then on the flip side, if they do that, they're not going to be getting any new information. So I think their goal...
You also slow down, though, without the mitts, and it does open up checks.
Yeah, but as you can see, Che4mo is doing those checks. So it's not as big of a deal, I don't think. And in terms of it speeding things up, it does to some extent, but really only for entering into the Village of Outcasts area.
Yeah, I guess.
Either way, it's an interesting strategy. I will be really interested to see here in a moment, once DJ does grab those mitts, will Spyweaver do the same thing and kind of put that check off, or will he make a beeline for it?
We'll see.
Meanwhile, Blind going okay so far, needing one more hit, and there goes that one.
You know, I do find it concerning that Mystik and Che4mo haven't seen the flute. Where was that again?
That was Zelda's cell, so kind of out of the way. Yeah, that's kind of an unfortunate location. You hope to check most of those things in co-op since there are 2 people doing it, but it's just kind of a pain in the butt to check, and especially since they don't have the mirror and don't have boots. It's kind of a long, arduous set of checks, especially when the whole Dark World is opened up to you, so I can understand putting it off, but not having it is somewhat unfortunate.
Yeah, so to Days Cloud in the chat, the right side doesn't... Oh, they just got mitts. So, like, they're just now getting access to that. And the left side doesn't have the flute. That's why they haven't checked the mire yet.
Yeah, so each team individually having one portion, or I guess DJ now having both portions, but just having gotten it with the mitts sitting in the pod big chest. So DJ might make that play right after pod here. I'm assuming after, yeah, because we don't have the mirror, so you can't turn around and do Eastern immediately afterwards. So DJ might run and do that set of checks like right after this, but he is the first person who has had knowledge of both of those locations.
Yes.
And as the seed gets on, I mean, can we talk about the fact that we're 35 minutes in and we know where the boots are and we just can't get to them without a stinking mirror?
Right.
Like, that's mean.
So I got a question. When you get the mirror, do you just make a beeline for boots once you're done with wherever you're at?
I think that would depend upon what I, like, as for a personal point, I think that would depend upon what I had left. Like, if I was in a situation where I had one dungeon left and I was in go mode other than that mirror, let's say, so let's say they just have swamp left, then I would probably go do swamp and then go up and just grab the boots, because I don't think that second trip up the mountain would save me time having gotten the boots. But I think that if they find that mirror relatively soon, either, you know, sitting here in Ice Palace, or maybe on Helmasaur, since this will be the first person having cleared it, then yes, I do believe they will turn around and just run and go grab those boots. And I also think their teammate will do what they need to do to get there and then go grab the boots as well.
Yeah, also, there was half magic in Ice Palace.
That's actually a really useful spot for that.
Yep. Alright, let's see what Helma has.
I honestly don't even know.
Silver's there too, apparently.
Wow.
Okay, just 20 rupees on Helmasaur. Yes, this is all the same seed. So the left side are talking because it's co-op, and the right side are talking.
So it looks like DJ is going to go check the Pyramid Ledge and then Catfish afterwards. I believe both of those are going to be new checks for us. Meanwhile, Mystik doing Digging Game and might eventually get something. Eventually. There we go. And then probably going to go ahead and do Stumpy, speaking of new checks.
So, if Mirror is in Mire, it cannot be Ether required. Just an interesting note to take on.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Took me a second to follow your logic there, but yeah, with the mirror locking the boots.
It's locking Ether.
Yeah. That doesn't prevent it from being in Mire's shed, though.
Yep. Just Mire. And only if it's Ether. But if it's Ether, then you at least know, hey, Mirror's not going to be in here.
That's fair. On the flip side, you're not going to be able to walk in anyway, so it wouldn't really matter. So it does.
One last thing to look for.
Is Mystik... Okay, Mystik is going to forego Pod, at least for this moment.
Also, where the heck was Butter?
I'm going to assume Stumpy, but I did not see the pull.
Is this our first pyramid check?
No, DJ just checked it. I missed the check, though.
It's 10 arrows.
Speaking of new checks, let's say hello to the Catfish.
Oh, hey, this is good. Che4mo's going to escape.
Yeah, so this will be a flute grab for them, which will pretty much give them everything that Skewed by 6 Cubed has. Speaking of having things...
Just garbage on Catfish.
Yeah, Catfish just was a big 20. Spyweaver looks like he's going to be doing a quick check of the bumper ledge, speaking of things that are locked behind the mirror. Okay, I would have laughed really hard if there were something there, honestly, at this point.
Alright, moment of truth. Is that ether required? Nope, it's Bombos. Bombos for Meyer, Turtle Rock is Quake. If the right side track can mark Quake for Turtle Rock, please.
And nothing in Meyer Shed, so quick in and out there.
So, with it not being ether, Mir can be in Meyer.
Yes. And that would be a terrible... Ugh, especially because we don't have ourselves a Cane of Samaria yet. And with a lot of this stuff having been checked, I think really the only thing that we haven't seen is, other than Meyer itself, obviously, is Spike Cave, which isn't currently in Logic. So, I don't know. I feel like Meyer's where we gotta go next.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think that's all we have left.
Yeah, because Eastern's been full cleared. We've done everything we can in Desert. Hera's been cleared. Pod's been cleared. Can't go into Swamp. Skull Woods is done. Thieves Town is done. Ice Palace is done. Meyer we can go into now. And Turtle Rock we can't touch without the cane.
Yeah. So our progression's in Meyer, I think.
I believe it has to be. It would be really funny if we had, like, Cane of Burna sitting in Meyer and the progression was on Spike Cave, because that's just a terrible spot.
So, yeah, so logically I think you need one of the, either the Cane of Burna or Cape and some kind of magic refill, whether that's one bottle or a half magic.
Exactly, and with us knowing where the Cape is, just sitting on Lake Hylia Island, that Cane of Burna is really the only thing that's,
Oh yeah, that's true, because that's mirror locked.
Yep, just add it to the list. It is kind of...
Oh, IB Karma's got a point. Mirrorless miss.
Oh no.
It's a thing. I had 4 seeds in a row with mirror and purple chest.
That's the word. I would just forfeit those seeds. Like that is the one thing for me that I just flat out refuse to do. If it's mirror locked, if there's something in mirrorless purple chest, I just, whatever. You can have the W. You can take it.
Oh my gosh, so mirrorless misses. Oh, that's horrible.
I mean, to be fair, we do have the flute, so it's not nearly as bad as it could be. But it's not very fun.
No.
Absolutely not on the top of anyone's favorite to-do list. And it does look like Che4mo is going to be the first to go ahead and get that out of the way. Did he do a hammer pegs check that I missed?
No, I don't think so.
I'm kind of surprised. At least normally when I do that, I'll go ahead and check hammer pegs first, just to get that check out of the way. It does make it a little slower, but it means that if the progression's on hammer pegs, I can just kind of ignore the blacksmith.
To chat, I believe you're right. I don't think anything can be on the pedestal with Mirror and Swamp and Samaria and TR.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are the 2 main things we're missing at this point, so I would not think of anything that could be on the pedestal right now. We could have something, we could have the mirror sitting in in the Pyramid Fairy, which would be a terrible spot for it, but, That's a long walk for Mystik to do without that flute.
Yep. Surprised not going and getting it. But like you said, likes to do get more checks. So gonna go get that mitts. Maybe they're thinking of doing Meyer while Che4mo's checking the Smith sequence.
Well, I mean, Che4mo is going to be done with the Smith sequence soon after Mystik gets into pod here. It's a bit of a hike, but Mystik's not going to complete pod before Che4mo turns around and goes and does the purple chest. If that is in fact their plan. Never mind.
Although I think that's all they have left.
Purple chest and Mire is pretty much all. Purple chest and Mire, and then Spike Cave, which would be out of logic right now.
Hammer pegs.
Yeah, that's right, because Che4mo did not check that. Oh, that's an unfortunate death. It's not a terrible loss of time, but it hurts dying to that murder dactyl.
Alright. And before it's actually purple chest.
It could be. It could also be hammer pegs, which would hurt. That's a really unfortunate location. And DJ needs to stop running into this anti-fairy here, but it's got his number right now.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, look, I can't blame him. That anti-fairy is terrible. I hate that thing, but, you know. He's my teammate. It's my job to give him a hard time. Ha! And there's our silvers.
Yep, we saw those earlier.
Yeah, I just didn't see them picked up, so I didn't know where they were. It's kind of funny they're in iced tea room.
I'm not sure I want silver in my iced tea. Thanks.
Are you part werewolf?
I think it's the top right pot has the thingy.
It is. I think DJ was trying to get a couple of hearts as best he could there. And he did come out a couple on top, so it's somewhat worked out. But it's still going to be a pretty low heart situation for Cold Stare. Does have the blue goo, I'm fairly certain. I still don't think anyone else has used it other than Che4mo for that potion much. And it's interesting here that Mystik's checking everything since Che4mo's already been in pod. So I wonder if they didn't write down any specifics as it pertains to where stuff is in pod, or if Mystik just isn't asking, it's just going through most of it.
Yeah, there's so many keys in there that you need.
That is fair. With the Did Mystik do the Dark Maze?
No.
What are they?
I think they're gonna just. I think it would have been better to just. Maybe they don't. No, because they could have just gone in and. What is Mystik doing?
I'm not
gonna get this.
I'm not. Yeah, I that's one way to do it, I guess. Wow, that was... Oof. That, I mean, you didn't need to do that, though. You could have just opened the key there, taken a death warp, and then grabbed that key on the way to Helmasaur.
Helmasaur, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, well, it works.
It does, and pod's a pain in the butt, so... Especially without a mirror. Ugh.
Alright, gonna get the mitts.
Speaking of, why don't you take a look at Che4mo's inventory right now?
Oh, was there a cane in here?
Yeah.
French vanilla cane. Wow.
Speaking of item locations that are just mean.
I mean, something had to be here, though. That means Turtle Rock's now accessible.
Yep, and we're just looking for that mirror. Oh no. Oh no. Mask Girl?
Yes.
The mirror could be in GT.
Oh my god, no, it can't. Desert was boots locked logically.
You're right. Oh, that's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if, well, depending on where the mirror is. If it's along the way in Turtle Rock, it won't be a big deal. But if it's somewhere silly like Spike Cave or behind a fetch quest, it'll be interesting to see if if either of the teams realize that, because I did not. So good call.
Yeah, because the boots are mirror locked and Desert is a crystal and it was boots locked.
I had forgotten that.
Thus making Desert Palace a crystal mirror locked.
I had forgotten that that Desert was technically mirror locked. That is a terrible spot for that big key. Just throwing that out there. And it looks like Spyweaver is making the dive into Spike Cave. Just a personal little bit of reference here. I know that Spyweaver has been burned by this location several times. I'm also fairly certain that he's not going to get there. Oh, he has another blue goo. Never mind. I didn't realize he picked up another one. This would be a really funny spot for that mirror. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, by the way, to anybody in chat, never come in here and forget you don't have gloves, please.
Oh, I've done that. That is so bad.
Because it's the worst feeling. Get all the way to the end of Spike Cave only to realize, why is this rock? Oh no.
Especially if you had to do like what Spy did and use several potions in order to get there. Oh, have neither of them gone into desert yet?
Where was Mir?
Who
Meyer
has?
Big Chest?
It must have been.
Meyer Big Chest.
Wow, Meyer was loaded. Holy cow. So spoiled leftovers in go mode at this point. I'm fairly certain between them they have everything they need.
Yeah. And, you know, boots are up on Spec Rock, so even the torch isn't a concern.
Well, right, yeah. Once we found out that it was mirror go mode, we're not going to be too worried about what's sitting here in desert anyways.
No, I meant for GT, because there's that one in 22 if you don't have the boots.
Gotcha. Okay, I was watching Spyweaver in desert and was thinking about the wrong torch. Nice anti-fairy dodge from Che4mo.
Yeah. Alright, time for Viddy. Doing NMG strats, looks like.
Which is, well, kind of low on arrows. I was going to say, that's kind of weird they're doing that with silvers in hand, but then only having only walking into the fight with 10 silvers. Not quite enough to take out the entire boss.
Yep, but gets him down. I think you need 11. Because there's 9 eyeballs and then 2 hits for the big eyeball.
That is correct. Good call. Alright, so now the big question is, when is Skewed by 6 Cube going to get their butts over to Meyer? It does look like we're going to get that mirrorless purple chest turn-in that you were talking about. At this point.
Moreover, are they going to get the Samaria and just gamble on the boss and then leave?
That depends upon which one of them does it. I think if DJ goes into Meyer, he will full clear it for that second item. Spyweaver, though, is going to be much more likely to gamble that. I don't know if he will at this given point, but I could definitely see Spyweaver being like, yeah, I didn't get the second item because I thought it was going to be on Viddy. It's not. If it's there, oh well. DJ is a bit more thorough, though.
Yeah, but the thing is that it does open up Turtle Rock.
Exactly.
And there's the boots. Che4mo definitely happy to get those finally.
Yeah, especially with as long as we've known they've been sitting there.
Taunting us.
Alright, so it does look like Spyweaver is going to be the first into Mire. It'll be interesting to see if he chooses to skip this other chest.
Oh no. You know what else though, Hammer? If he does skip it, do they just assume the mirror is in GT because they forget about the chain? That's a lot to think about when you're in the middle of a co-op race.
I mean, honestly, at this point, if he skips it, it doesn't matter what they assume, they've lost. If he skips it, even if DJ checks it on the way out afterwards, it's gonna be spoiled leftovers race to lose at that point. So, normally I would say that's something I'd be concerned about, but at this race, with the way this has gone, if Spyweaver does not find the mirror in here, then it's pretty much GG.
I mean, but it's still that mental exhaustion of, I gotta climb the tower.
Oh no, I fully agree, and I don't know if, like you said, if they're going to be thinking about that. It would have been really interesting to see the mirror in like some weird location that was out of the way that they didn't check, and then see if either of the teams realized that the mirror could not, in fact, be in GT, because I don't know that I would have realized that in their shoes.
I don't think I would have.
Well, you realized it here, which is better than what I did, so...
Yeah, but I had to sit there and think about it.
Yeah, that's fair, but once Spyweaver gets this cane, that's the only thing they're going to be thinking about is, okay, where could that mirror be? And Spyweaver just about dead and does not have another goo since he used both of them, so...
Or, you know, if he finds the mirror first...
He's not going to. There's almost no way with the big key being where it was.
Where was Big Key?
In the chest next to the big chest.
Oh, alright. Well, I mean... Yeah.
Especially since I'm pretty sure Cane of Samaria was right here. Now, if Cane of Samaria was in the vanilla big key chest...
Oh no! Spy, no!
Yeah, that's a... Oh, never mind. It was in the lobby chest. Mystik just picked it up.
Oh, Spy.
Yeah, that's not good. And with no magic here, I'm trying to think. I think he's going to have to go south. Never mind. Goodness great. These magic drops have been just on point this seed. My goodness.
Hey.
I think Spyweaver's had it with these whiz ropes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really annoying room.
It is, especially the second time around.
And there's the mirror for Mystik.
Yeah, so at this point, Spoiled Leftovers in a pretty commanding lead, honestly.
Yep. But it's not impossible for Skewed by 6 Cube to catch up if they do in fact get both the mirror and the Samaria.
Yeah, and they're about to grab Samaria, so it'll be interesting. Oh, well, yeah, you gotta flip the switch. Oh goodness, I can feel the... Okay, Spyweaver skipping that chest, which isn't going to end up being a big deal, but hasn't checked the lobby chest either. Oh, never mind, isn't skipping that chest. Disregard.
Spy, make up your mind!
That's a problem. That's a problem. He knows it. He has indecision issues. Okay, so it looks like he's gonna skip the vanilla big key chest.
That I'm not too surprised about.
Yeah, but if he's in a skipping mood, that's gonna be more likely to skip that mirror. We'll see here.
No, because if he would... Oh, because he didn't have Samaria. I was gonna say, if he was If you had Samaria, I was gonna go to the... Yeah, never mind.
And yeah, is deciding to skip that vanilla big key chest. We know there's nothing there. With both the big key and the mirror being around here. Does he have it? He does have a key for that. Actually, that's a really good play. GG. And then is he...
No! Spy.
I told you.
No.
I told you.
No. Spy. No.
Well, he's got half a heart, so he's dead anyways. There's no way he's getting through this.
You know, a death here would actually probably be beneficial to him in the long run.
Yeah, but he's hard-headed. No, Spy, you don't have a potion. You can check again if you want, but it's not there, I promise. And he doesn't have silvers yet, I don't think. Yeah, because he hasn't done Ice Palace yet, so...
By the way, interesting note about Meyer. In that room with the Samaria block thing, if you're ever, you know, short on money for some unfathomable reason, there's rupees in the bottom right portion of that room if you open the door.
Yeah, that's right. It's the room that that you can see the very tip of when you go into the bombable room up here.
Oh, that's a different one, but yeah, that's a rupee room as well.
Oh, there's a I didn't know there were two.
Yes, it's locked by a key.
I have no idea where that one is then. I thought that was the same one.
You know, it's that room where you place the Samaria block?
Well, yeah, I know what you were talking about there, but I thought they were the same room. I don't know how to get into that room that we just saw then.
Okay, so you know the room with the switch?
Yeah, the fish room?
No, the one that you usually hit with the Samaria block on your way to Vidi.
Yes.
If you go to the top of that room on the left side, there's a bombable wall.
Oh.
That's how you get in there.
Secrets that I did not know. Oh, goodness.
Anyway, oh boy. Oh, Spy. You're giving me heart problems, sir. Oh no. No.
And let the salt commence.
Spy, no. Hopefully he goes back for the big chest.
Now he might, actually. But on the flip side, it's easy to get tunnel vision right here.
Especially with the tilt that must be going on with the death to Vidi near the end.
Yeah, that tilt is not going to get better once he finds the mirror, and nope, he is not headed that way.
Oh no.
So no, at this point, I don't think they're going to find that mirror.
Oh gosh. There's a chance DJ checks the rest of Meyer for it.
Yeah,
but
that's
by that
fair.
point, it'll be too late.
Exactly. Yeah, by that point, the other team might be done, honestly, because DJ is going to probably finish this and then go do Desert, I would assume, and then jump into Meyer.
I mean, let's be honest, though. Even if Spy goes immediately back and checks the Meyer big chest, unless something happens to spoiled leftovers, I don't think they're going to win this anyway, because Mystik and Che4mo are both ahead of them.
Yeah, by a significant margin. In the end, it ended up being a situation where, as a team, Skewed by 6 Cubes said, we're going to do everything except for going to Meyer. And if there had been something in that purple chest, it would have been a different story. Or even in Hammer Pegs, for that matter, since those are two checks that spoiled leftovers have not yet done. But because the answer ended up being Meyer, it's put my team in a very difficult situation. And that's just a situation where rando be rando. Spyweaver's difficulties and Meyer aside, the gamble that we made just didn't work out, and that's fine. That's how most random seeds go, honestly. At some point, you have to make a gamble, and you're either going to be right or you're going to be wrong.
Unfortunately, but that's the spirit of rando. Wouldn't be rando if you knew where everything was.
Then it would be NMG.
Or spoiler log.
I don't know that I would say you know where everything is in a spoiler log. I'd say for, like, maybe a gentle definition of the word know, you know where things are in spoiler log, but...
You can check it at any point you want to see what's in a specific location.
Alright, so now the moment of truth. Spyweaver's almost definitely not going to go back at this point, especially because they're doing a little high five here.
I bet that DJ ends up checking the big chest and the vanilla big key chest for... I mean, if he does though, at least Spy's gonna get told very quickly, hey, you need to... no, Spy, no. There's the save and quit. That's a problem.
I mean, I did tell you. I've been running with both of these guys for a little while now. Spyweaver is the one... Spyweaver is the kind of runner who will make decisions that will either win him the race in a rather annoying way if you're racing against him, or will lose him the race in a rather annoying way if you are him. So this is just a situation where he made a gamble and it ended up being wrong. He's
Mystik
gonna go do Pyramid Fairy.
Yep, Mystik going to Ice Palace, Che4mo going to Helmasaur, DJDarkwing going through Mire and hopefully going to find the mirror. I really hope they aren't thinking, let's just hunt for it in Ganon's Tower.
I mean, yeah, they could even be thinking, let's hunt for it in Turtle Rock, because, I mean...
Oh, no.
With the situation they have now, you know, those are all...
DJ skipped the vanilla big key chest. That's probably indicative that he has no intentions of... Oh no. Oh no.
Maybe. It also... Nope, never mind. He's going back. So it looks like he is going to full clear Mire.
Okay, that's good.
And he's going to get the mirror while Spyweaver is... Never mind. I thought Spy was going to go up to TR. He's grabbing potions. Okay. So yeah, he's going to get the mirror while Spyweaver is at least heading up the mountain towards TR.
So at what point do you make the call? I'm just going to finish Turtle Rock while I'm here and then go back for that mirror.
I mean, since the mirror is go mode, it doesn't really matter. I guess... I mean, if you're in there at all, I'd just say go. He's going to give DJ more information on TR, which is going to save him time. And never mind, he's going into Ice Palace. Okay, so he's going to go do that first. He gets over.
Oh, that's good. I was going to say, though, but there's also the second mountain climb he'd have to do if he's early up the mountain.
Yeah, that's fair, but if you're in TR, you've already made that climb, so it's going to be a second climb regardless of whether or not you know about it immediately. You've already sunk that time into it. But yeah, spoiled leftovers at this point is just going to be rushing through these last couple of dungeons. Mystik having Hera, TR, and those are both going to be last minute. So this is the last dungeon that Mystik is going to deal with before doing their climb. And then for Che4mo, let's see. Yeah, same thing.
Oh, good. DJ's going back for mirror. No? What are you doing, DJ?
DJ's not sure. And let's watch the look on Spyweaver's face.
Looking at his face, he seems pretty nonchalant.
It's because he doesn't have a video camera on him.
Yes.
Alright, so speaking of VIDI issues here, DJ is going to want to be careful. Never mind, just going to go ahead and pop the blue goo right now.
Oh, did he not have a key to get to that chest without having to go around?
That's correct, yeah.
Half magic. There we go for Spy.
Yeah, Spy also probably going to want those silver arrows, but at this point might elect to not get them.
Yeah, he's kind of out of the way. Not sure it's out of the way enough for it to be longer than doing silverless Ganon.
No, he's going to go grab it. He's doing the bomb jump.
No. Oh, did he never enter desert? That makes sense.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess trying to keep up with who's entered what at this point. Wait, did he mirror accidentally? Did Che4mo accidentally mirror?
No, they didn't have the big key.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And that's Viddy down for DJDarkwing.
And on the Light World side, Che4mo just finishing up Landmo.
And that's a dead Landmo. So now time for Turtle Rock. Che4mo actually looks like he's ahead of all the runners.
Spyweaver thought he had full health there, because that was the sword beam strat. It was kind of interesting to watch. but yeah, you're correct. With Che4mo having finished Hera, he's gonna be the first one to finish. Dead rocks aside, my goodness.
Oh, he still hadn't gotten his ice rod. No biggie, though. Gets it on the way to Turtle Rock. That's kind of convenient, just like, oh, I'm just gonna grab that on my way up there.
Yeah, it's pretty convenient, yeah, all things considered. But then again, there's usually something sitting in one of those 6 checks, Hookshot Cave or Super Bunny Cave, that is at least tangentially related to Turtle Rock. A medallion, a rod, Cane of Samaria, something.
Dead rock!
Yeah, no kid. You said that Che4mo was going to be in the lead, and these dead rocks said, "Now hold on a minute."
I mean, he's still ahead.
Yeah, I know, but
still has to do Hera.
The dead rocks are limiting that lead, though. I'll tell you that much.
Man, I think Spyweaver's just so done with Meyer 2.
Yeah, Meyer 2, take 3.
Big key and a small key.
And with
And
that,
there's Spyweaver.
yep, with that, Spy officially has everything he needs to complete this game.
He is not happy. Oh, the rage slashes.
Those are happy slashes. Che4mo not quite pulling off those hookshot strats. They are not easy in terms of timing.
Oh, gosh. 4-heart green nail hammer blind. Ew. Alright, on to the end of swamp. Swamp, such a nice dungeon. Get the first chest and just go.
Yeah, Go Mode Swamp is a wondrous thing. Go Mode Ice Palace with Canis Amaria is also a wondrous thing.
Indeed. Though even without, you can still always do IPPJ.
Yeah, that's fair. It's still longer, though.
That was a beautiful silver hit.
It was. That is really, really difficult to do. And it's one of those things that seems really simple, but then but then you try it and it's like, dang it, will this stupid thing stop moving so I can hit him with a silver?
Yep.
Nicely done, Crystal Roller Room for Mystik, and we are into the Dark Room.
Yep, and Che4mo right behind.
Kind of amusing that they did that room basically the exact same way.
Oh, so interesting note for anybody in chat, and this is probably not something you'll ever see in a race unless somebody's really desperate, but you can actually restart the script. Blind will still be in the cell until you kill her. You can go collect her again.
Inverted tips.
Another inverted tip? If you're ever that desperate, you should probably go buy a red shield for 500 rupees too.
My favorite inverted tip is don't play inverted.
Oh, the zero cycle!
Yeah, really nicely done. Speaking of, we have a little game we like to play. There are 22 chests in the location that is known as GT. Fortunately, do what?
Did somebody start the game?
Oh, do we have it for this channel? Oh, there we go. Apparently we do. You're guessing 22. I saw that! That was terrible of you! Hasn't this seed done enough to these runners? Okay,
no.
As I was saying, yeah, clearly not. Because we always want more random. There are 22 locations in the basement of GT that could contain that big key. Thankfully for this all-dungeon seed, the only thing we're looking for is that GT big key. So go ahead and give me a number, 1 through 22. Where is that big key going to be? Mask Girl, I presume that you're going to stick with your absolutely heinous crime of guessing 22.
Yep. Yeah, Mystik, you still gotta complete Terra.
Alright. So, with that being said, I'm going to guess something a little nicer for our runners. I'm going to go ahead and go with check number 6. Oh, Mindful Beast already grabbed that one. Okay, I guess I'll go with 7 then.
You know, I just realized you can just Hera pot and you don't have to open any chests in Hera in Go mode.
Yes, if you can Hera pot.
Yeah, pretty much. Ace Cloud, I see you there doing a 2 check.
Don't worry, both of them will be wrong. Alright, we got the torch coming up. There was nothing fun in Hope Room and nothing there, so that's 3 out of the way.
Alright. So we will be counting based on Che4mo's chess.
Alright, and that is 4 through 7 with absolutely nothing, so the march goes on.
Yep. Spy and DJDarkwing actually not that far behind.
Spy still has to complete Hera, so there's a bit left there.
Yeah, Hera pot in the Moldworm fight.
Right, but all of TR as well. As DJDarkwing shows us the Carl box. That is the bunny sprite here.
Alright. Now this is 9?
Yep. Meanwhile, Mystik is going to show us if it's one of the later checks here. It'll be interesting to see what they choose to do when they'll head to Tile Room, if that ends up being the case. It's definitely not going to be 22 at this point for Che4mo, just because Mystik will have checked pretty much everything else at this point.
Yeah. Okay, it's not right side. Unless it's Tile Room.
Right, but Che4mo is not going to stop and check right side. So, via the virtue of co-op, it is not going to be 22 just because Mystik has already taken out several checks.
I still like the old method of just counting based on how many checks we've seen total.
That's fair. I've never actually commed a co-op race before, so I didn't know that there was a standard method. Oh, this is really hard to do without an invulnerability item, but Mystik managed to sneak through.
Oh,
and there it is, Bob's torch.
Yep. Okay, so that was 14?
That would be 14, you are correct.
Alright. GG to Jeff you win a lifetime supply of Link to the Past randomizer seeds available at ALTTPR.com. Chief Durif. Alright.
Jeff Durif, I'm going to go ahead with. And if it's wrong, then I'm really sorry.
Jeff Durif.
Jeff Durif. Well, first down.
Alright.
Mystik grabbing those 10 arrows.
Why did Mystik not go full right?
Mystik did go full right. Mystik just needed a key.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. Good.
Yeah, meanwhile, Che4mo is just rolling through the gauntlet here. This is a really difficult set of rooms that, by and large, our runners make look really, really easy. PSA, they're not easy.
Yeah, no, not at all.
And honestly, what makes them difficult isn't the fact that the rooms are hard in and of themselves. I mean, they can be. There's some tricky stuff in there that you've got to get used to. Conveyor movement, ice movement. Not stuff that you really have to deal with prior to this a whole lot. So they do throw a lot of spanners into the works. But really what makes this difficult is that all of these enemies their movement's completely RNG. So you are never going to walk into these rooms and get the same movements. And that's what makes it difficult. There's no trick to just turning left, shoot an arrow, turn down, shoot a fire rod, and then go ahead and pick up a pot and smack the last Stelphos on your right, and you're done. Because half the time when you do that, one of those enemies, at the very least, if you're lucky, just one of them, usually 2 or 3 of them, aren't going to be in the same spot, and that makes things annoying. Speaking of things that are annoying, sword beams.
One room in the game where that's useful, though, is Mire 2.
You know what? Honestly, I would rather just use the friggin' fire rod. Like, if I could remove sword beams as a permanent fixture from the game, for my game only, I would be willing to do that, just because they make rooms like the Gauntlet here so much more annoying.
I mean, if you want a really cheesy way to do the Gauntlet, Bombos kills everything.
Yes, it does, but that is a lot of time per room that I don't feel like spending.
Alright, on to Moldorm 2. While Mystik's on Landmo 2. And that's a dead Moldorm and a dead Landmo.
That was a really nice Landmo too. Whiffed on the first arrow and still took them all out one cycle. Really nice recovery.
Alright, Che4mo about to be at Aga 2. And then we got Aga 1 after. Because that's how math works, right?
I don't know, you're a math girl, you tell me. Yeah, that's right, I went there.
Alright. Oh, that's a nice Aga fight so far.
Don't say that. See, that... Alright, I'll give it to you. I was gonna say, that is, like, prime position for a comm curse right there.
Alright, that's Trinex down for Spyweaver, and Trinex about to be done for DJ.
Yep, Spyweaver's still having to jump into Hera real quick. Meanwhile, DJ is going to be the first person into GT for them.
Yep.
And here comes a Ganon drop. What does the wondrous pig have to say to us today?
Nothing yet, because we gotta kill Aga.
Shh. I forgot, okay?
No worries. I'm gonna say 15 blue balls.
Stop it! That's mean.
I mean, all the runners have to deal with it, no matter what it is.
Don't laugh! That's mean. No, they won't. They will not. I could tell you there's at least one person who would just see that and forfeit. Especially because I'm pretty sure that if there are 15 blue balls, at least one person on Spoiled Leftovers is going to be done before Skewed by 6 Cubed even gets there. So it would be a situation of, yeah, I'll go ahead and finish it, and then Aga 1 starts throwing blue balls, and it's like, never mind.
Yeah. Double? Can we get a triple-double? Yep.
Yeah, just in time to let us reminisce about the NBA Finals, I guess. I'm sorry. I'd like to say that my sense of humor gets better, but it really doesn't.
It's more that I don't know what you're talking about.
It's okay. I guess that's a net loss then.
Alright. DJ looking for that big key. Mystik mirroring to go into Aga Tower, and Che4mo about to get to Aga. And Spy about to go into Ganon's Tower as well.
Mystik fully taking advantage of having silver arrows for Aga 1. It's such a nice fight. You just walk in there and, oh, you're an enemy with a bunch of health. Here, have a silver.
Yep. That's one way to do it. All right. Let's start this. So this is gonna be a regular ball.
Yeah, so basically, if you're unfamiliar with it, here's how it works. There goes your 15, sorry. So,
someday.
Right. So basically, how the AGA pattern works is this: the first shot of every cycle, being 5 shots per cycle. The first shot of every cycle is automatically reflectable. You can bounce it back towards the little jerk over there in the hood, and you can hit him. And then the second through fourth shots are 50-50. They are either reflectable, like the first one was, or when you hit them, they deflect into 6 blue balls like that. Thank you very much for helping me. And you cannot deflect them. So they prolong the fight. As it is, the worst thing that you could possibly get, assuming no human error, is 15 blue balls. And that is something that's quite a bit of a unicorn. I want to say it's something ridiculous, like 1 in 32,000?
32,768.
Yes, which for those of you who are more mathematically inclined, you might recognize that's 2 to the 15th. Incredibly rare. I think it's happened on stream once.
Twice. Screamo.
Twice. Well, both times? That would not surprise me.
I think they were both. But anyway, we're about to be on a Ganon fight.
Yeah, so it's incredibly rare, but it's the evil unicorn of A Link to the Past, basically. Alright, and Ganon is going for the slightly creepy Saturday morning breakfast cereal commercial.
Yep. Alright. Oh wow, we're on to phase 2 already.
Yeah, that double spin off the trident was really, really nice, helping out with that 1-in-1.
Alright, we're on to phase 3.
Like I said, 1-in-1. Really nicely done by Che4mo there.
I'm surprised DJ didn't go full right. Does he not... What? Oh, I guess that Spy told him. Never mind. I was gonna be like, why did he skip Rando Room? Alright.
Honestly, going full right without an invulnerability item is really difficult. And with that cape just kind of, sitting out there behind the mirror, which ended up being our go mode, and the Cane of Burna nowhere in sight. Honestly, there's not a whole lot that Cane of Burna could be. Could be behind Ice Armors, could be sitting in...
GG to Che4mo.
Yeah, really nicely done there. First one to finish. Just absolutely obliterated Ganon, honestly.
With a 132.45.
Yep, so go ahead and get your GGs in chat for the first finish. Mystik is going to be right behind him here. I promise the next seed will be better. Sorry, that Triforce text got me.
Alright. So now time for Mystik's Ganon fight. Well, hey, at least Skewed by 6 Cubes gonna both be heading up the tower while as Mystik finishes. So pretty close race.
Really nice dash strats here by Mystik, not gonna lie. It's super difficult to get that timing down. It's even harder to figure out how to dodge all those bats, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, phase 3.
Spyweaver having a bit of difficulty here with the timing. Manages to get it, so there's only one spike he has to dodge.
Alright, phase 4. Oh no, silver is my one true weakness.
Mystik almost having to deal with her one true weakness, which would be a fireball to the face with only 2 hearts left.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh, don't take a hug!
I was just gonna say, don't get sat on. A really nice double there.
Oh, jeez. Mystik, you are cutting the... Oh my gosh.
It's okay, Math. It's okay.
He is cutting this way too close for comfort, but GG.
These are professionals-ish.
right, with a time of 1:34:53.
Yeah, so get your GGs in chat for Mystik, Che4mo, and Spoiled Leftovers taking their first W to put them 1-0. That's going to give them 3 points.
Amazing race, though. Both teams so close.
Yeah, relatively close here with both of our other runners heading through GT.
Yep, both in the torch room. And torches 2.
I'm so curious as to where that cane of Burna was sitting, especially since there wasn't really a whole lot.
There was a lot of mirror checks.
Yeah, that's fair. And all of Swamp I didn't think about, actually, because we didn't open a single chest in there.
Aside from the entrance, yep. Alright. Moldworm 2 dead for DJ, and Moldworm 2 dead for Spy.
Yep, and at this point they are both going to be climbing towards Ag 2. Only a single there on DJ's side. Let's see if Spyweaver can get a double out of it, and he does. Very nicely done.
Alright, we will at least be getting Mystik in here for an interview. Alright. Done with Aga 2, but now gonna have to face Aga 1.
Yep, and the best part of all dungeons is that you get this rare unicorn that happens sometimes where the runners will forget that they have to do Aga 1. And that is just a hilarious thing, because you get to drop down and then Ganon calls you a dingus.
I mean, at least you can just take a couple quick Ganon hugs and... you know.
That is fair. And the game informing us that the Broken Heart sleeps again. I missed it on Che4mo's side, but Broken Heart on pen.
Hello, GG's.
GG's.
So, how about Meyer?
Yeah, Che4mo, you want to take that one?
I mean, I don't know how much we had left when I went to Meyer, but it seemed like a not horrible play. I really hate that layout with the big key in the, I don't know what that is, compass chest or something. An item in the big chest, but I didn't want to gamble it or anything.
Yeah, so speaking of gambling, guess what my wonderful teammate Spyweaver did?
What's that?
He gambled.
Oof.
Oof.
Yeah, and it was compounded by some VIDI difficulties because he did not have silvers on him and was just relatively low on health. So it was really funny because we were sitting here talking about it after you guys had grabbed the cane and the mirror both out of Meyer. And Math Girl was like, so, are they gonna grab both? And I was like, well, if DJ is the first person into Meyer, he probably will. If Spyweaver is, not so sure about that. And Spyweaver was the first person in, and yeah, no, he didn't check it. Because honestly, I mean, I get the gamble, and it does open up TR. And if you're not thinking about it, like I wasn't initially, it opens up GT too, but then if you think about the fact that Desert was technically boots locked, the mirror can't be there. But if you're not thinking about it, it can be there, so, you know.
Yeah, in a solo seed, I think that's an okay gamble. I wouldn't do it in co-op, though.
Yeah, that's fair. So what did you guys think of the Triforce text? Truth, lies, the next seed will be better, I promise.
I've never read the Triforce text before. Matched through it. But...
I try to. It usually makes me laugh half the time. Either because it's ironically true or completely and totally off topic.
So it's just kind of humorous seeing that after Che4mo and I, every practice we've done has been absolutely terrible. Like 2-hour co-op seed terrible.
Ooh.
And so we're sitting here going, wow, this is the fastest time we've had since playing together.
Also, Mystik, you're really quiet. And I've got you at 200%. Could you...
I am not set up like I normally am, so this is as loud as I can be tonight.
Oh dear.
Unfortunately. I am half set up on my desk.
Alright, so for the next match coming up this upcoming week, who's running co-op for you guys?
Me and Dazed.
Okay, that'll be fun. You guys are running against Spyweaver and I believe, so.
Yeah.
Luck to you guys.
Thank you.
I don't know, judging based on how they played, I feel like I might need the luck, if we're being perfectly honest.
Alright, that is Aga dead for Spy and about to be for DJ here in a couple hits.
Yeah, you guys should listen back. Math Girl here was not being very kind to you, calling 22 on the GT big key, calling 15 blue balls on Aga. Just she was wishing harm upon you guys.
I think those two know me well enough to know that I always do that.
With getting to GT at the same time, I wasn't that upset with the key placement because we both just went one way and worked out, kind of thing.
You got the easier way. I couldn't get past
You just gotta learn that firebar room. It's pretty easy.
The firebar room with not safeties can be a pain in the butt. Like if you have a cane, a burner, or a cape, it's not a big deal. But if you're
no, Darkwing, no.
Oh no.
That room in cross keys is required like every seed, so...
Yes, I know. It's the one thing I hate about cross keys.
If you walk down to the rail, you can start the bottom firebar spinning, and then it's quite easy to just walk through the room without getting hit.
And Spyweaver not to be left behind. No, the worst thing for cross keys, in my opinion, is the fact that I always have to do 4 hearts, nothing in my inventory laser skips.
Alright. Time for Spy's second Ganon fight. With these being the second fights, the warps I don't think are guaranteed to be the same.
Nope, they give it up to good old RNG.
I think it's only set for the first pattern and then it just goes the same as vanilla, just can be either way.
You are correct, from what I know.
Alright, on to phase 4 for DJ. Oh no, Silver's my one true weakness. Oh no, Mrs. Oh well, he's got Silver's, he's got half magic, he's fine.
I'm definitely giving him crap about throwing 4 fire rod shots at the torch and still missing the glitch though. That's gonna be fun.
I'll give him a pass.
I won't. He's my teammate. I can't give him a pass. I'm just gonna give him a hard time.
Yeah, until you do the same thing tomorrow and then he makes fun of you.
Look, then he's allowed. You know, if I do something like that, that's fine, but I'm walking up there with the lamp.
I think Mystik wins the award for most fire bats hit in phase 2.
don't think it was more than 4.
It was
pretty
3.
good.
Alright. With a time of 144.48, DJDarkwing D has finished in 3rd place. And GG to Spyweaver with a time of 145.25. Actually, I guess. Oh well.
No one skipped Silver Arrow, so I was wondering if anyone would.
You almost convinced me.
It might be a wash on time. I'm really not sure.
I didn't want to feel left out, so.
Alright. Let's pull them in here. GG's.
Yeah. I'm going back to school to learn how to count. Just putting that out there.
Oh, so you're telling me Meyer wasn't intentional?
It wasn't. I left and I'm like, crap, I think I forgot an item.
Yeah, you skipped 2 chests. I honestly, because we already knew the mirror was there at that point, and I had said like way before, if DJ goes into Meyer first, he'll check everything. But if Spyweaver goes in there, no promises after getting that Cane of Samaria.
And my plan after grabbing that big Q was to go south and hit the big chest, but I was sitting there on low heart, so I'm just sitting there like, okay, just don't die, or should I take a death orb, or don't die, and next thing I know, I'm on the boss, so oops.
GG's voice.
Yeah, GG to both of you. I mean, straight up, we knew all week long this was going to be an uphill battle for us. And as Spy was saying earlier before we started playing, if we could have kept this to within 10 minutes, we would have been happy. We didn't, so we're not.
That's a shame.
And Spyweaver, don't worry. Next time for our race on Saturday, I'll go into Meyer.
Also,
Just remind me how to count.
I was just curious, Skeet by 6 Cube, because Hammer also forgot about this. Did you ever think that Mirror might be in GT?
Yes, I was calling that if he hadn't found... With him not getting the mirror out of Meyer, I thought it was going to be in GT, but then he said, well, I skipped this chest in this chest. So I ended up doing 3 because I misheard which one he said he had skipped, and that's when I found the mirror and yelled at him.
After that, though, I was going to yell at him because that's the same time I told him to check that other chest is when I figured out it can't, because it's actually Desert was locked by the mirror, which had the boots on top of Spec. So that's why I yelled at him. I'm like, I forgot a chest. Go check the big chest if you would.
Yep. But yeah, GG's to all of you. Like, this was a good race.
It was a kind seed for once.
I'll agree with you on that. I mean, it wasn't the worst seed in the world. I mean, even with how god awful I played, I still got a 145.
Yeah,
like that's not the worst.
We were telling him at the start. Che4mo and I have done 4 or 5 practice races, and every one of them's been 145 plus. Every single one. In fact, we had one where the boots were in GT. The red cane to get the big key out of the right side was on bunk rocks.
Oh no. Oh no, because that's Meyer and TR pendants too. Ugh.
Yep.
I swear everyone we played was like that.
Yeah,
it was
we've had
Meyer and TR pendants.
We did one this afternoon, and Che4mo just had to quit because he had to go back to work.
Oh jeez.
I feel like the tricks to those kind of seeds is only play stuff that other people have played. Like play the asyncs or something, because then you at least know that all the suffering you're doing, everyone else has to do as well.
Thank you, CJ, for those.
That's fair.
But GG's, guys.
Yeah, GG for sure. Hopefully these two, because it's Hammer and Spy on Saturday. Hopefully they can get a win back.
I think y'all are pretty evenly matched by the looks of things.
If I learn how to count by then, I'm going to counting school between now and then, so I should be good, but we'll see.
I have some kindergartner books I can send you from Amazon.
If you would, please.
Cool. DM me your address.
All right.
Can have my 3-year-old teach you.
GG.
And they have realized the fun that is giving Spyweaver a hard time. It's nice to know I have friends.
Hey, thanks for the commentary, y'all. Thanks for the restream, and thanks to the trackers for all they do, especially with 4 people at a time. Been there, never fun. I mean, it is fun, but it's not.
Yep. And we're just going to go through the rest of these credits and then look at the schedule.
Yo, speaking of which, shout outs to our trackers. That's a really difficult job, and when you're keeping track of, I would presume they were splitting teams, and it's really difficult to do that. So shout outs to our trackers. And GG's to all of you guys. You guys all did well. It's not easy being restreamed. Also, shout outs to my co-com who had to deal with me for darn near 2 hours. So you definitely got a full plate of me, and I'm terribly sorry for that, Math Girl.
No, it was fun.
Yeah, I think this season we already broke the leftovers restream curse. We always do terrible on restream.
Well, looks like you guys had a good break of that one. See if you guys can keep it up.
I'm going to drop. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks again for everything y'all did.
Yep, you're
GG's
welcome.
again, boys.
Yeah, GG.
Peace. So, as these credits are wrapping up, anybody else have any thoughts?
Doesn't seem like it. I do know we have an absolutely full schedule coming up. Obviously, not all these games are going to be restreamed, but definitely take a look at the schedules for both the Open League and the Invitational League, because there's a bunch of stuff that's getting restreamed.
Yeah, I actually have it on the ready to pop up here once credits are over. Alright, so 24 bonks, that's not bad. 4 deaths, 13 David quits.
24 is such a wonderful number. It is so very composite. It is. That wasn't even a pun. I just like 24. I got married on the 24th day of the month because it's a really nice day, okay?
Fair enough. Alright. And GT Big Key 10, bonks 15, save and quits 14, 5 deaths, and a 109 collection rate and a 113 on DJs. Alright, as soon as we see the end, I'm going to pop up the schedule and you can talk about that a little. Alright, there's our schedule. Schedules. So
yeah, both of them. Yeah, like I said, there are a lot of games getting restreamed. Hopefully, and there's a lot of games on the schedule, so keep an eye.
So go ahead and follow all the ALTTPR League channels 1 through 4. Speed Gaming 2 through 6. And if you know any of the foreign languages, there's Speed Gaming Espanol, Portuguese, Deutsch, and Francais. Have a great night, everybody.